I'm Detective Sergeant Frank Skubic of the Toronto Police Service Homicide Squad, and I need your help in solving a homicide that occurred on Saturday, May the 29th in the year 2010. At about 11:42 p.m. we received a call to attend 2000 Sheppard Avenue West in the city of Toronto in regards to a person who had jumped from the 15th floor. Upon arrival, we discovered the lifeless body of 43-year-old Egbert Boothe on the ground on the north side of the building. Information received early in the investigation were that circumstances were suspicious. That led us to the security video of that building, whereupon we identified 4 persons of interest. We are interested in having their identities so that we can interview them and advance this investigation. The 4 persons of interest were seen leaving the apartment building on security video shortly after the 911 call was received, and what made it suspicious is their behavior, in that they made special efforts to conceal their faces from the security cameras and left the building one right after the other. And there on the screen now you'll see the persons of interest that I'm speaking about, persons of interest number 1, number 2, and number 3. Upon further investigation and examination of security video, we discovered that approximately 20 minutes before the call was received, person of interest number 1 was seen riding in the elevator with a female who we've now referred to as person of interest number 4. And on the screen now you'll see the visual images, the faces of person of interest number 1 and person of interest number 4. As we progressed in our investigation, we interviewed a number of people, and we received information that the deceased, Egbert Boothe, was at home in his apartment. At that time, a female knocked on his door and was invited in by Mr. Boothe. They had a very brief conversation in the kitchen area, and it was at the time that she was leaving the apartment that 3 men, wearing masks over their face and disguised, burst into the apartment. The female left the apartment. Mr. Boothe ran out into the direction of the balcony, chased by 2 of the perpetrators. There was another male in the apartment, a friend of Mr. Boothe's, who was on the couch. He was accosted by a 3rd suspect who was armed with a handgun. This suspect held the handgun to this victim's head and made a demand for cash and for jewelry. Moments later, the 2 males that had chased the deceased out onto the balcony returned into the apartment and indicated an urgent need to leave. And the 3 men fled the apartment. Stolen at the time was a quantity of cash. In order to advance this investigation, I'm appealing to these persons of interest, 1, 2, 3, and 4, to come forward, make themselves known to the police. Call me directly at Homicide 416-808-7399. There's no evidence at this particular point to suggest they're involved in this, but their behavior and the timing of which they're captured on security video certainly warrants more investigation. So we need to speak with them and eliminate them as having anything to do with this incident. So 416-808-7399 or Crime Stoppers at 222-TIPS.